Alright, so this is what they are looking like. For her card, I was thinking, I've already started it a little bit. I've also got these flowers. These are all from the same roll. It's got a variety of colours in it. I've got the blue there to show them off. And this is kind of the card idea I was going for. Which is probably hard to see. Alright, so this is kind of the idea I had. Embossed frame, also blue. I was going to have flowers in the middle to make a bit more sense of that. Just got a small card base here and I put some holographic foil on there. And I was thinking of putting this on there and then say flowers in the middle like that or however. Then I thought it'd be nice to have sort of a border around the edge and I was wondering if it should be in blue. So yeah, I like matchy things too and they are all very pretty, I reckon. That's why I'm addicted to them, I think. Alright, so I think I've got a die for that. I'm not sure if it'll fit though. Do I have all my rectangle dies? No, I put them away. Let me go grab them. This is my rectangle die collection. That's not that. No. I'm hunting. Ah, that's the one I was thinking of. Thinking this little lattice bordery thing might be nice. That's kind of rectangles, I guess. Yep, that's the one I like. Hopefully that will actually fit on the card. Way to find out. I haven't quite gotten all the last time I used it out of it. Ooh, confetti, which you can't see. Okay, a little bent. Do you fit on here? Find it. I can get the latticey part, most of it on there. It's covering up. Those are the cutting edges. It'll also cut this and this, but I've already got the edge on it, so I may have to cut that off a bit. I'll totally try that because that's the vision I've got and I like it. Okay, so let's move all this out of the way. So I've got mostly pre-bought card bases. Get them from Blue Edge Crafts. I've recently bought a bunch from Hunky Dory as well. I have another Hunky Dory haul coming that I'm waiting for. It got posted yesterday. They are quite slow with that, I must say. It takes about a week before they even start processing it. These little bits of confetti now. Get off my table. Good enough. Okay. Put you out of the way. You there. Might use my Stampin' Up die cutter. I've got quite a few die cutters. I've got this normal size one, which is like a big shot from Stampin' Up, which I got the first time I was a demonstrator. I made sure I got that before I stopped being a demonstrator because I got a discount. I've got the little mini version. I've got a Cuddle Bug, which is basically this size as well. And I've also got a Cherry Lin die cutting machine, which is great. It does A4 sizes. And that one's got adjustable width, so you can put all kinds of um, different widths of things in. It'll even take the really thick dies, the really thin dies, embossing stuff and everything. So what's the sandwich for this? So for this particular machine, I'm using kind of a thin die. So it looks like we need this one. So we need plate 1, plate 2, plate 3, the stuff I'm cutting, and then plate 3 again. So 1, 2, 3. That's my second plate 3. This is not a cutting surface. Okay, 4 is an adapter plate, I'd say. All together. And try and put this so that it doesn't move. I might tape it that way. I bought some tape today to try out, so I'll do that. It's called stencil tape, just from the cheap shop. I was like, what's stencil tape? It says stencil tape securely holds stencils and other craft in place. Designed for precision placement with low-tech adhesive for adjustment and easy removal. Before I give that a go, because what I have been trying to do lately, I've also heard that this kind of tape, micropore tape, is good for it. I've used washi tapes in the past to do it, the ones I don't like. Because when you buy sets, there's always some in there that you don't like. Except from a Washi Tape Shop, which you just buy the ones that you like. Alright, this feels kind of like masking tape to me. Looks a lot like masking tape. Sorry, you can't see what the heck's going on. Got the camera as far forward as I can get it, but still a long way away from where I'm at. Alright, let's get some of this. And we'll stick it there. Okay, so what we want to do is try and get that centered. That looks centered. Straight would be good as well. Okay, I've got that centered and straight. Oops, this is hard to do up in the air. Alright, I don't need all that tape. Rip some of it off. Use that later. Alright, make sure it's still lined up. It's not actually. Yeah, you can hear that my concentration face is on as I went silent. That's not holding properly. It does feel like it's gonna work. Well, if it's crooked, it's crooked. We'll see what happens. Alright, we'll cut on there. When you do die cutting with rectangles and whatnot, if you put it in straight, you're going to get a big bump and it's going to jump and it's not going to cut properly. Best results, try and put it diagonally a bit so that it comes in a little bit edge at the time. You'll see what I mean if it works. I'll go backwards and forwards a couple of times because there's a lot of little cuts on that. Probably only need 1 or 2, but we'll do 4. Okay, what did we get? Looks cut to me. Alright, I think I can use that. I can always cut it off if it doesn't quite fit. This out of the way. Close it up. Alright, so the center panel bit, which is where the flower would sit. Well, it's not ripping my paper yet, so that's good. Did not rip my paper. Success. No rips. Alright, one for the cheap shop. Yeah, that's totally die cut all that. I got the tape off and I can use it again. Excellent. Alright, I do have this little brush here that I can use to try and get all the bits out so that I'm not sitting there poking at each and every one. I may have to poke some of them out. Oh my god, Elixir! You said you've got a big shot? I need you to show me how to use it because I could totally show you how to use a big shot. That's not, I'm surprised. Well, you are crafty. I'm not really surprised, but I'm pleasantly surprised that you have a big shot. That means you're a card maker, in my opinion, or you could be a scrapbooker, but big shots can be used to cut all sorts of stuff, as most die cutters can. You can get electric ones these days. I don't know if they also cut all the cool things. You can cut vinyl, material. I might actually, when I was at the crafty shop today, the cheap shop, I actually bought this. It's called a table runner. I thought, oh, it sparkles. I love it. It says sophisticates. I think it says 2 meters table runner. But I thought I could probably die cut that and use it on cards. So I bought it. Got 2 meters of it. If it doesn't work for cards, it'll work for something else. But I could try die cutting it and see what happens. But yeah, it's just gold, canvasy kind of background. So maybe I'll try die cutting that at the end and see if it works. This is going to take forever. I kind of don't like that it's odd, but I'm going to try and make it work. I can always cut off the edge. But yeah, it's going to take a bit of poking to get all this out. Because the brush isn't really working. It's actually quicker. Alright, let's try brushing a bit of it. Seems to work better that way. Mummy says, I have the Cricut Maker 3, haven't used properly yet. I remember you saying you bought that. Weren't you going to make your Words Are Hard t-shirts with that? There's a whole lot of resources on YouTube about using Cricuts, making Cricuts. There's basically schooling on YouTube for everything, really. Like, I even got a video on there on how to take your oven door off when our oven door exploded once. Yeah, you're amazed what you can find on there if you just, as I say, Google it in the search bar. Alright, these have a little bit. I think we're nearly there. I would like to get all these out. Little holes. Ugh, a lot of little holes. I did die cut them. They're just so little it doesn't want to come out. Eventually you'll do t-shirts. But I just cards and stickers maybe for now. Need another machine to do the t-shirts. And so it began. Yeah. Got a lot of stuff. I even have a what's it called? A gel printing plate, and I haven't used it yet. And I've had it for at least 2 years now, probably a lot longer than that. And I still haven't used it, but I bought it because it looked fun. all this little confetti bits. They'd be great in a shaker. They'll also look great in my bin, because I prefer cute stuff for shakers. Alright, so back to what we've got. Okay, oh, just dropped all the pretty flowers everywhere. Back over there. Out the way. Alright, so we've got this. And I was thinking, you have this border, which I'll have to chop down so it's even, because I can't not be even. And then we could put flowers in the middle. Which one do I like? Well, first it has to fit, doesn't it? Although it could pop up. I kind of want that raised. Let's fix that first because it's annoying me. Alright, this is my Tim Holtz cutter. I mostly use my cutter bee, but ugh, don't cut that yet. I'm not ready. Don't stick your finger under there to open it either. My cutter bee is enormous, so I won't use that right now. Alright, so I just want to cut off. Actually, it works better if you use these on the bottom because the pressure of pushing this down pushes it down. I learnt that on YouTube. Can't remember who from though. Okay, cut that edge. Cut this edge. I'll leave that for now. And then we'll figure out what we've got to cut off the other two. Cut that edge. Now it looks a bit more even. Okay, I like even borders, so there's really not going to be a lot of that left. I wonder, I don't really have a lot of backgroundy plates, but I can't do that. It's so uneven. I can't handle it. If I chop that pencil, that's the front, that's the back. Okay, put that in the middle. I kind of want this to be the same width as that, so it's about, I like to eyeball things, about there. Maybe we'll try there. Oh, where's my pencil mark? It'll look like a pencil mark. Alright, well, it looks about the same thickness. That'd be the mark there, I think. This side. Yeah, there's the mark. I can see it. Alright, does that fit better? I think it might. Yay. Okay, that fits better. Alright, well, I can't pop that up because I really can only put adhesive on these thick bits. So we've got that. That part of the vision's coming through. I could pop this up, put the flower on it. What kind of flowers can we fit on there? Well, not a lot because it's very small. Most of that fits. I mean, that's actually not attached to this flower. Oops, she's pulled out the scissors. Okay, so I can get, I think, all of that, and then I could maybe stick the flower in the corner. You can sort of overlay them a bit. I might do that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, the heat press. I have seen people use the heat press. It looks awesome, but I don't need it, so I'm not getting. This is the same idea that I've got with lots of other stuff that I think looks cool. Diamond art painting looks cool. I'm not getting that. I got enough addictions. And I have heard that people get sore back from that. I don't need to fussy cut this, but I can't help it. I like having the little edges. I'm only roughly fussy cutting it anyway. It's very easy to cut, as you can see. When you're cutting, you always turn the thing you're cutting, not the scissors. Scissors should just be used to go up and down. Okay, get rid of this large bit of plastic. That one too. Okay. Oh, I've got a little border of washi tape. It's rainbow washi tape because of me. But it's not sticky anymore, so I've got like bits of confetti under it now. Alright, it's fairly easy to peel this. If you can't do it in one spot, you can usually do it in another. And I find it easier to peel up towards the actual sticker. There we go. And if you rip it, it's pretty forgiving, but I still try not to rip it. Okay, let's try and get as much of this on here as I can. Yep, that works. Then we got some of this. Kind of fits pretty well that way. Yep. More fussy cutting. So, I wonder if people will enjoy my little crafting episode. I see I'm a bit hit and miss with my gaming episodes, but I have started editing my Bold Hunters Skyvault Dynasty with Mummy Sparklecraft and other dynamites such as Elixir sometimes. And I uploaded episode 2 of that today. Yeah, that's got a that is attached to that flower. So if you're wanting to see more of those, I will be editing more hopefully in the coming days in between appointments and whatnot. Yeah, this is the one from before. It has two sides to it. So that's the bit the sticker came off, and that's the back. So if you stick it to the back, like if you've got a bit of leftover, which I might have in a minute, and you stick that to the back, then it won't go well. So I've started putting a B on the back so that I know if the B is backwards, then that's not the right side to put the sticker on. Okay, stick this. First figure out. I mean, I can overlay it a bit. Doesn't overly matter. I'll figure it out when I get the sticker up. That one's coming straight off. Alright, so what? Yeah, that's the angle. Might overlap it a little. Does a bit better in another direction. Yeah, maybe that one. That. Alright, so I can chop this off. And I can use that. Like, this is a good case of where I would stick it to the backwards B and fill up the gaps. So, kind of a very obvious bit of flower there. So let's put that there. So filled up that little corner. If it would focus, it'd be awesome. Okay, what else? Maybe just this part. I like to fill it up as much as possible. The sleeves, could I reuse those somewhere? It's pretty empty there. Put that back, put that under. So I think I accidentally cut cardstock that time. That's because I wasn't doing it from the back. Whoops. Alright, so we'll just tidy the edges up. That's okay. Oh, now we've got a pretty piece of paper. And the bin. Keep those for later in case I need something to stick to. Alright, so this is how our card's looking. Got this. That fits in the middle, which will pop up. Well, that looks quite pretty, doesn't it? Oh, I love it. I love it. What do you think? Alright, do I need something underneath that? I wonder if white would be needed. A bit of white paper here, I can suss it out. What do you look like if I put white under there to bring out this a bit? Because it's not really showing up a lot on the foil. Yeah, I might do that. Then I'll bring in some of the white and the white edge as well. So that's the plan now. Where's the white paper at? I say, knowing I have white paper absolutely everywhere and can never find any. Got some of this. I've got a whole ream of Hammer Mill cardstock that I bought because YouTube made me buy it. It's good for colouring on apparently, but I haven't done that yet. But I got like 500 sheets of it, so it's become my layering paper because it's kind of thin. Alright, so I need a border for this. Not a big one, just a little one. Yeah, like that. Yeah, because that'll bring that out a bit more. Yeah, I like that. That's what I'm going to do. But it goes this way, so let's not waste so much paper and do it that way. Alright, might actually be easier if I stick it down and then cut. So that's the back. Do I have any skinny tape? I do. I got skinny tape. All kinds of tape. I don't use liquid glue very often. Like I'll use it sometimes, but most often I tend to use tape. Getting to the crafting zone. That is beautiful. Thank you. I think it's beautiful too. And I hope Cheryl will love it. She might even end up watching this and see her card being made. Who knows? Alright, so we'll get this off. I see lots of people take the backers of tape off using their pick tool. It's a lot easier than using your fingernails. I usually use my tweezers, but I must say this does seem easier. Okay, and out of the way. Don't want to inadvertently stick to rubbish. Okay, so we need really fine border, probably like that. And we'll cut it. Put a protective thing back on. Put the tool back in the tool place, so we know where it is. Alright, let's cut this off. Okay, so I've got pretty fine. I might actually cut it a bit extra so I can do it closer. Okay, cut this side. Lift up, please. Thanks. Alright, so I want put it on screen would be good. Oh, good night, Lextra. Have a good sleep. See you on Thursday, if not before, on Dynasty. We'll hopefully see you on Thursday. Okay, that looks about there. Let's see. Was it good? Yeah, spot on. Right, now this side looks to be about there. Alright, we got a little white border. Awesome. Keep that paper in case we need it. Alright, so I could pop that up now if I wanted to. All these little bits out of the way. Yeah, I like how that's looking. Now we have this, which fits really nicely in there, but I kind of want it to pop up above the card. And I also need somewhere for a sentiment, so let's figure that sentiment out first. I have a whole box of those. So I've got my happy birthday box, where I've got loads and loads of foiled sentiments that I've got. I've got some die cut ones that I've done. I got hunky dory ones. I've got all these skinny little things. I even got one that I hand colored. I'm waiting for the right card for it to go on. And I also need to figure out the inside. Will I use a poem for that? So I have all these hunky dory ones. But no, I think I might do a stamp, but I haven't got a stamp on me. I've got like 5,000 stamps, but I don't have one ready. So we'll see what happens. Alright, first we want to pick a thing that matches. So no, that's way too big. That's way too big. I think we're going to need one of these skinny sentiments. These are some borders off some hunky dory sheets. Keep everything. Alright. This says, sorry to hear you're getting old. I don't think so, Tim. Oh, what do we got? Yay, it's your birthday. That's a possibility, and it matches because it's holographic and foil, blue foil. I could put it like across the corner or something. Like that. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. No, I don't. I think I would need to go sort of out of the way. Yeah, it fits under there pretty well. It might be where it goes. What else we got in blue? Birthday wishes. Birthdays are for celebrating. belated. You're how old? Hope your birthday is awesome. It's your birthday. It's time to party. We'll get something out of those. Maybe even put some on the inside. Yeah, I like all the box of trusty sentiments. It's very handy. Where does it live? It lives on the floor at the moment. Alright, so what have we got? I think it would be nice to have it like at the bottom. Maybe I could split it up and put some at the bottom and some at the top. I know you can't read it. I can barely read it myself unless I'm looking directly at it. So we've got hope your birthday is awesome. Birthday wishes. It's your birthday. Yay, it's your birthday. Birthdays are for celebrating. I think I'll put those together. It's time to party. And then inside I might go, hope your birthday is awesome. Let's use those three. Try to make decisions fast because nobody's got time to wait around. Okay, so first we're going to stick all the things down. So that's inside, that's the top. We'll put that over there for the inside. Okay. All right, that's going flat. With thicker tape for that. Now, I don't know if there's any other crafty card makers out there, but what do you think about doing the inside of a card? If you don't do the inside, do you consider it to be naked? I kind of do, because it needs something on the inside. We'll get that pokey tool back again. All these bits off. In the bin. Alright, now we try and center it without stuffing up. That looks pretty centered to me. That's where it's going. Alright, this one I'm going to put foam tape on. I'm still using my giant roll of that, which has shrunk. It did once fill up to the top here, so I've used a lot of it. Oh, and that thing, if you're wondering, is for opening watercolor pads. Alright, get you out of the way so we don't stop where we don't want it. Now, I'm an over-adheser, so I like using lots of tape and lots of foam tape. This one I can just pull off with my fingers. This is Scotch tape. It's great tape. I love it. So old and it still works awesomely. Okay. Which way around do we want it? That way? I think it looks better that way. Let's do that. Now I stand up so I can actually see where I'm putting it. That looks good. There. Ah, looks right. So, that's what got so far. That's looking very pretty. And I'm glad that I made this work without all the edges and stuff. I had that idea in my head and I really wanted it to work. Let's get some, probably use liquid glue on that, but is my skinny tape skinny enough for that? Oh yeah, totally. really skinny. Right, we're getting near the end. Getting there. Almost got the card made. I'm actually early for this one because her birthday's not till the 5th of July. So go me. Alright, hope your birthday's awesome. That looks like the inside. Birthdays are for celebrating. It's time to party. Yep. Okay. Try and find where this tape is. This one I might use the tweezers because I can. Okay. The right way around is a good idea. Right, that looks about centered there. Yep. And that is basically the same width. That fits so well. Yeah, it's a little bit off, but it's handmade, not Hallmark, as they say. It's time to party. That in the middle. Looking at the white edge for that because it's easier. What's the middle? Now I've got that. Oh, it's hard to read. Well, it's very hard to read. Oh, there we go. Birthdays are for celebrating. Well, that's so hard to read on camera. I don't think it likes the shiny so much. All right, so that is the front of the card done. Now let's just grab score pound out. Make sure that is nice and crisp. Alright, so that's the front. Didn't have to ruin the pretty picture, so I'm happy about that. Alright, inside I like to line them these days. I used to just stick a thing on that part, but these days I like to put actual paper in as an insert. I don't know if that paper I bought today might be too dark. Let's find out. Oh, it's under all the things. I gotta move some tapes and stuff around. I dropped a tape, it went rolling somewhere. Oh well. Casualty of the war. Okay, that might be too dark, I think. But yeah, it's a lot darker than that. I'd rather use this cardstocky, papery bit. So I had some of that in this container from memory. Throw this in here for now. Yeah, it's not actually paper though, it's cardstock. It would fit, but I don't really want to put actual cardstock in there, so I'll go see if I can find a blue paper that matches. I'll take that one with me. Alright, let's see. Go up there. Alright, those are all cardstock. These papers that I've bought, this is the blue paper I've mostly been using. Cost me $5 for what? 25 sheets. That's pretty. It's really not the same tone of blue though. I don't have a lot of just plain paper. I mostly buy cardstock. Alright, these are all. That's very thick cardstock. I do actually have some hunky dory papers that I bought recently. Are they up here? Sorry, it won't be too long. Oh, yep, here they are. Alright, so they are pastels. That blue looks like a match. I like me some pastel colours, especially for insert. That's way too blue, but this blue looks very similar to this blue. So that's the blue I'm going to use. That's a really good match. Awesome! Alright, let's get that out. I've got two of these. Yeah, they're both matte, and I think I bought two that were glossy. But I think I would prefer matte on the inside of the cart. I think these were duo deals or something, so I got two of them. Or I just went, I don't want to run out, so I bought two of them. Alright, so I've got 12 different designs and there's four of each, so sit next to the cart. What do you reckon? Yeah, it's a pretty good match. That's not bad, but it's a purple. Can't really tell on camera though. The colour on the camera is kind of off. Yeah, that's more the other colour I had. Okay, yep, totally using that blue. I hope it's big enough. It's pretty thick paper as it is. But it's not cardstock quality. Okay, it is thick enough because it'll cover the card. Awesome. Alright, I don't need this anymore. I've had to totally move my setup for the camera and everything, so I don't know. That's the front, so it opens that way. Right, this is generally how I do it. I just stick it in the card backwards because I don't really want to draw on that side, but I could erase it if I did. I leave a little border which you really can't see, so I'll turn it over for that purpose. Fits really well on there actually. And then I just cut pretty much even like that. And we'll cut that off. And then lately I've been finding it easier to just fold it in half. And it's easier again if you use your score pal or something that's got a corner like your Misty. Do that. Probably better to have it going that way so the lines are going that way. And then just reinforce that. Now, secret to an insert, I seem to share this on nearly all my videos, is when you open the card, you want it to open the insert. So to do that, you have to stick the insert, this part, to there, so that when you open that, it opens. If you stick it to the back, then it opens like this. This will make sure it actually sits on there properly. In the corner, yeah, that's a good fit. So we just put some adhesive. You only need a little bit. Just on that edge. Just let me tell you, if you stick this side to that, and then that side to this, it's not going to open and shut properly. So you can only stick one side down. Before I do that, that's the top. Put that. I'm going to erase that after. Alright, so we've got our sentiment. Hope your birthday is awesome. Then I can write, Dear Cheryl, write a message. Yeah, it's coming together. It's adhesive off. Doesn't want to come off. Alright, straight. That's a straight edge. Follow it down to about there. Go for it. Alright, then we can stick the card on, the insert into the card, I mean. And while we're here, we'll erase that. Well, that's another little tip I might share with you just in case. When you're playing with toppers for Hunky Dory, for example, let me get one out. That got toppers? Yep. Here's the fairy wishes, which I haven't used yet. We won't put that in there. I tend to turn them over and then draw an arrow so I know which way around they go, just in case they don't fit. Otherwise, you don't see it afterwards, so it's fine. Alright, so that's the front. We want to stick it to the front, so put it like this. Half close it, make sure it's about even, and then close the card on it. Press where the glue's at. Hey presto, your card opens. Ta-da! Alright, now the card's not quite finished because it's got to have I made it for you on it. So for that, I've got this little stamp that I use. I got it made for me. Fits in there, yep. Okay. Now I could just stamp it on the back, but I like to be matchy-matchy, just like Elixir wrote before. She likes matchy-matchy as well. Well inked. Up the middle. Now I haven't put any kind of foam mat under there, but it's usually a pretty good stamp if you give it a good press. Yeah, that's good. Alright, this pretty much just sits on top of my modem at the moment. And I've got this punch from Stampin' Up. That's the design on it. Okay. And this is the current. I've got a few that fit. But this is the one I like the most at the moment because it sort of is a similar kind of shape. And then I just line it up, punch it out, and then stick that on. I've got a completed card ready for posting. Well, completing and then posting. I am nice and early for this one. And that matches, and just stick it on the back. Usually down the bottom. Done. And it says, created for you by Crafty Kazza, Crafty Kazza's card making. That's very out of focus. Still out of focus. Oh, it is what it is. Anywho, that's the card that I made using the washi tape tonight. I mean, I've only made a little panel, but it makes a big impact, don't you think? Ah, Mummy loves it. She's given me some hearts. Thank you. And I'll catch you on the next one. And please join me if you're into gaming with Mummy Sparklecraft on Thursday night, and I'll see you then. If not, I'll probably see you on Tuesday making some other cards. This time I'll have more of a planned idea of what I want to do. But yeah, I love how the card came out tonight. All right. Thanks for coming. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.